Hello, man. Hello, Mgtows. Hello, man. Hello, Mgtows. There we go. Mgtow Reaper. Hello, Mgtow. Ken. Hello, Ken. How you doing? Hope everybody's doing well today and everything. Today we're going to talk about the group, getting along in a group and being your authentic self in the group while others want you to conform to their certain groups. There's a lot of interest in here. You're in every step of the way when you're doing your Mgtow, people want you to, just be subservient to their special type of Mgtow or their special ideas and Mgtows. Around here, you get to be yourself. You get to be whatever you want, and as long as you're not pushing it on someone else, that's great. One of the things that always bothered me in Mgtow was the anti-Western chatter. I'm an American, I'm a Westerner. It gets rather insulting sometimes. It comes with this disjointed alt-right gibberish that's repeated at levels of cult proselytization. They're cultish. They repeat the same thing over and over. It's been going on for 4 or 5 years around here. It's the attack of the red baiters. Every time you veer a little bit from what they perceive as their perfect Mgtow, and usually this comes from the Howard Dares, the married Mgtows, the red baiters. You're a commie, you're a leftist, you're this. They want to create a false sense of equivalence between the far right and anything that vaguely left is seemingly what they don't like. It whatever they don't like is everything on the creepy far left. Everybody's liberals, everybody's this. You could be a centrist like myself and still get accused of being a communist, a Marxist, whatever. You're going to have these people in life, and they're not going to give up. Most of the time, I find they're really immature people. Hello, Portuguese Mgtow. Hello, Mgtow Warrior. These really, really immature people that will not let it go. That will not let their special ideas go, and they push them on others, and they want everybody to believe that. And if you don't believe what they believe, you're not in their special group. And most of the time, it's based on delusion. It's garbage. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about being your authentic self and having the courage to be your authentic self. I have the courage every day I walk out of this house to be this, to be Joe, to be my authentic self. I don't care what anybody thinks about A, my political beliefs, B, the way I look. I'm a freaking hippie, blah, blah, blah. You're a bearded neckbeard. You're a Mgtow, blah, blah, blah. I get it from every angle, and I get it from in Mgtow because I have the courage to be myself. And that's where I find my joy at. That's where I find my happiness and the courage to be myself. I don't care what most people think in this world. Most people will never affect my happiness in any ways, financially or philosophically. They can't. Most people are morons, and they can't fill you up philosophically. It's like trying to talk to a woman about philosophy. It's going to be a flyby on them. It's just going to be a total flyby. And if you've ever been stuck in one of those conversations where you're sitting over a dinner table and you're talking about her cat for 5 hours and my cat, and you want to shoot yourself after that thing, or at least drown your pain in some alcohol, then you know what I'm talking about. You can't be your authentic self in that thing. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic Marcus Aurelius. I think it was 1210 to 12 something. I can't remember. It was my history lately. My history. I'll look it up real quick. Oh, Marcus Aurelius was 161 to 180 AD, and he was known as one of the 5 good emperors. And you know how he got to be one of the 5 good emperors? Because the emperors at that time, you had you had just a bunch of dicks. And then I say, never be a dick. If you can be anything in your life, just don't be a dick. Get away with all that casual cruelty and everything. It doesn't work. It pays off not to be casually cruel. Marcus really is. He pretty much. He typifies stoicism in itself, and this is a channel of philosophy. It's not a channel of political debate, and it's not a channel of if you like me and if you don't like me. I don't really care if you like me. He writes the book Meditations, and if you get to read, it was one of my first books after I got out of the Army. My father gave me Meditations. He gave me an 1831 hand-printed copy of Meditations. It was one of the first. It was one of the first books that came off of presses in the United States, and I valued that greatly. My ex-wife didn't value it as greatly as me. When I got kicked out of the house, she sold it or gave it away or threw it away. It was probably worth a couple $1,000, but that's women. They don't value stoicism. They don't value those kind of things. They can look right into it and go, hey, just throw that away like it's an old piece of garbage. So we're going to take a look at Marcus Aurelius in the world of keys and happinesses today, and being your authentic self. It's going to be hard to be your authentic self around Mgtow when everybody wants you to acquiesce to their certain thing, whatever that is. And you're going to get a lot of certain things, and these people will not take no for an answer. They're going to come around. They're going to try to, like I said, there's just a butthole full of attacks that are going to come. And if you vaguely shift from what they think is right, and even if it's seemingly in their mind, you're going to get a bunch of these fools around here red baiting. They're going to call you all sorts of things. They're going to call you, it's just going to be insane. But I pretty much have a talent of shredding these people and shredding them and sending them off a few times a year. Joey Hoka's in, and it's something I do meticulously. I need to get rid of these people out of my life. I need for all that negativity to stop. At a certain point, you're going to look up in your life and you're going to realize that between 1 and 79 or 64 or whatever, you're going to die 18 to 50 when your peak happiness is. Between those periods of time, life is short. You have limits and times. Marcus Aurelius would say you have limits and times assigned to you. And you need to use these things to free yourself and to become a better self. Yeah, I only got so much time. Camus would say this. I think I've been reading a little bit of the next absurdist. I can't remember his name off bad, but right now. You got so little time. You're going to live. You're going to die. Life sucks. Everything's absurd. You're going to have to look at these people. Tiny fragments of this goo and this absurdity and garbage is going to come at you like dust from the earth in a million little specks all the time. And you're going to have to look at yourself, and you're going to have to realize that in this time period, try to find a little happiness. Marcus Aurelius, they appreciate the little things in life. When you get a chance to go out, I love going out with my friends and doing things like that. But I've tried to appreciate every little thing. That goes into when I go to the store, I don't make it a huge process anymore. I just tell every time I go to a store, every time I go to a gas station, every time I go to get some beer or whatever it is in life, I tell the person, I appreciate you. Thanks for doing that job. You do a great job. Thanks for being here. And especially on holidays and stuff, these working people deserve it. And what's going to happen is the next time you come into there, and you can practice this on almost anybody in your life, what's going to happen when you come back into the next time, they're going to smile. They're going to smile, and it's going to be a pleasurable experience. If you're a dick to them, they're going to remember you're a dick to them. And if you're in a small town like I am, being a dick to someone, you have to deal with that every single day. There's a lot of dicks that run around here in Mgtow. They're the inauthentic. They're looking for their personness within some other group outside of Mgtow. Now you've come to Mgtow because you've decided at a certain point that Mgtow is you and you are Mgtow, and that's where you can find your authentic self. Bringing another group into that with you and saying Mgtow has to share this with this other group is just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Let me go back to the page here and find a hello Sooth, hello Mgtow Warrior, hello Joey Fagator, hello Portuguese Mgtow. So, in the first thing in life you're going to do is find your authentic self. That's what I say. Find your authentic. Be what is you. You're you, and nobody else in this world can be you. Nobody else in this world, besides my twin brother, can be me. But even he falls short on being me. And life is short. Man, I can't tell you how short life is. It seems like yesterday when I woke up 2 days ago, and I was a 17-year-old kid running up and down the street, just flying up and down the street, and I could run a 4, 5, 6, you know. And today, man, life flies by, and try to be yourself. This is going to take a few tricks by you, and it took me a long time to figure out how to be happy in this world. And I tried doing that marriage thing. I tried doing that other thing. I tried being a military man. I tried being a lot of things in life. If I could just go over them with you, that there's a lot of failures in that stuff. What you want to try to be. I was tried to be a private detective. I took the course, was going to be all out. I'm going to be this kind of Joe Nior guy, you know, with the private detective hat and the suit and everything. It wasn't me, you know. When I found out the horrors of being a private detective, I was like, yeah, I thought that was going to be cool, but it's not. And then, you know, I ended up with millwright, electrician, a whole lot of things in my life that I just you know, counselor, you know, between those things, you jump from one end to the next. Just try to be your authentic self in this thing. Find out what you like. And we're going to talk about that a little today. And from the eyes of Marcus Aurelius and Stoicism, what was the first one I gave there? Appreciate the shortness of life. So appreciate the shortness. Usually it goes in 5 Marcus Aurelius steps, 8 Marcus Aurelius steps if you go online and do this. So stop seeking praise from other people. We go on the internet. I did this a long time ago. Stop seeking praise from other people. Stop seeking validation. Mgtow would say, stop seeking validation from other people. The size of your channel and everything becomes so important to these people, they lose the insight that this was supposed to provide, the Mgtow was supposed to provide. It doesn't matter how good a life you've led. Here's where Marcus Aurelius would say, it doesn't matter how good of a life you've led. There's still going to be some dickhole standing around your deathbed, and he wants to welcome that sad event. That's what Marcus Aurelius. I kind of ad-libbed that thing, but he wants to welcome that sad event. I think every person and every king has ever lived has experienced that there's always somebody that wants you dead. And what that means, it's an important lesson in life. No matter what you do, there's going to be some people that just dislike you, even though, I mean, look at me. I'm pretty. I'm handsome. I mean, look at this shit. I'm intelligent. I was born big. I was born strong. I was born smart. I know. And pretty. Real pretty. There's always going to be someone in your life that's going to just, hello, Ref, hello, Joey. You know I like to pull that all the time. There's always going to be someone in your life that's not going to like you. And that translates generally to the YouTube too. If you're authentic and you have the courage, now here's our steps. If you're authentic and you have the courage to be yourself, then there's always going to be, and that's 3 steps instead of the 2 or the 5. I already made it 3, and I think there's 8. You had the courage to be yourself. You had the courage to be hated as a Mgtow. Every one of you guys had the courage when you took up the Mgtow mantle. You looked out there, and you thought that everybody was going to love you for that. You knew everybody was going to hate you. You had the courage to be hated. What did you do about that? You come to the grips that I don't have to be loved by everybody else in this whole world. The person I want to love and be loved by is myself. I want to love myself, and I want to be able to look into the mirror at all this stoic prettiness and say, Joe, you're a pretty good guy. You're a decent guy. Now, around here, if you display any little bit of altruism towards the world or compassion towards disadvantaged people and everything, you're going to get those red baiters, and they're going to say you're a Libby, you're a far lefter, you can't be part of you. Each one of us will display empathy at a certain time in our life towards disadvantaged people, or working people that like yourselves, people that generally don't have the advantages you have in your life, and that can come from disabled people, the people that were in a work accident and everything, and you can be a better person, but automatically you're going to get these what I call them the red baiters. These utilitarian people that hate everybody, and they hate being themselves, and it must be hard because they hate themselves. So key issue 3, get used to that. Like yourself, find something in yourself. For whatever you do, make that you and find that good thing in yourself. And Marcus Aurelius would agree. You're not going to please everybody, so don't even try it. Negative emotions. Let's go to 3. Negative emotions. Negative emotions. Your ability to put those down. Treat yourself with a little respect. Protect your mind. Negative emotions are just a result of things that are cognitive dissonance in your head. There's 2 kinds of people in the world, and the biggest. Here was where they give an example, and I won't give the patented example because it sounds kind of hokey and on Mgtow. I should get have 2 different kinds of Mgtows. 2 Mgtows are going to a party or going to let's say a wedding. At one point in your life, you're going to your wedding with your buddy, and you're a little bit apprehensive about that because you know how weddings are. You're not going to have a good time. It's going to be like, oh, these people are getting married and everything. You can put that on hold for a while and go, regardless of whatever, all this other stuff, and regardless of everything, I'm going to try to have a good time here. Now, your buddy, he's freaking out. He's like, man, we can't let these people get away with having their marriage, and we can't do this. And he's taking a totally wrong attitude. Man, there's free alcohol. There's free eats. You get to dance. There's going to be fun things happening. Try to take advantage of that, even though your life believes may be contrary to that. You can still look at the good things in life. You can look at these cognitive behaviors that you have as positive cognitive, the ability to control those thoughts, the ability to have self-respect. Don't be so negative all the time. Fun things are just fun things, and they're always going to be fun things, and they're fun things because they're just fun things. You go to an amusement park. If you're not having a good time at an amusement park and you're anti-amusement park, you're a dick. I mean, that's what a wedding, that's what you're going to go to events at the church events around your area with the old ladies in there. You're not going to yell at the old ladies. Usually fish fries on this time of the year and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of events out in your neighborhood, and even though you are a Mgtow, you're going to have to make the best of these things. So try to have a little fun while you're doing it. Let's come back a little bit and say hello to Steve Hoka, Ribeye Mgtow. Hello, everybody that's in today. Today we're talking a little bit about stoicism, meditations. We're talking about being your authentic self, trying to put away all the negativity for a while. And Mgtow is going to provide couple little problems for you out there in the world. There's always going to be these dicks doing dickish stuff. They're going to try to push their traditionalism on you. They're going to try to push their conservatism on you. They're going to try to push all these things about you on you. And no matter what you are, wherever your political beliefs fall, no matter where your beliefs about, you know, the color of the house you're in. I mean, I would say if I'm gonna paint this house and I put my house up and then I say I'm gonna paint it like this tan color, there's going to be some dick around here that's going to be like, no, Joe, man, tan, it's all white. Everybody paints their houses white. And that's his opinion. And he'll be willing to go to blows to prove to you that everybody in the world paints their house white. And that's the internet in general. So, so try to lose that stuff and, and try to be your authentic self. Sometimes it's going to be hard. Some of you guys are, you know, some of us are really different in life too. That's going to provide some problems. I'm a really different kind of person. When I show up, I generally command a little bit a look from people. It's like when I roll up on my bike, on my pedal bike with all my lights going, and I look like this. I demand a look from people, and I know I do that to people. It looks out of worldly them to them. The Mgtow shows up in your personality. The monk shows up in your personality. It resonates out into the world. And that's what you want. We all know the monk experiment in Washington. The monk resonates out into the world and people become happy. People smile. And you do that when you walk into the store and you're happy and you go, hey, hi, guys, you know, all you guys are great. And I don't care if it's, I don't even care if a feminist is standing there with purple hair and yoga pants. I'm not going to let it bother me. I'm going to say, wow, you look unique today. And I'm going to smile and I'm going to walk by her. And that's going to be it. That's the extent of them things in my life. You hear the race car go up and down the street there. we got the spring racers coming out and everybody's doing their super bees now. Hello, Wiki Lives Matter. Wherever you go, yeah, you can have someone that disagrees with you. And that's what Marcus Aurelius was saying. Even at your deathbed, there's going to be somebody that wants to jump up and say something bad against you. You could have been the nicest guy in the whole world. I see that with George Soros, too. George Soros, one of the nicest guys, one of the most altruistic guys in the world, gets blamed for running this cabal of evil money givers. He's worth $8 billion. He's given away $32 billion to disadvantaged people. Yeah, 30. Can you imagine that? That's 4 times what he's worth. And he's a dick? No, I can't. I find it hard. That guy's not a dick. It's just conspiracy theory. It's just garbage. The guy's probably a really nice guy and everything. You know, no matter how much you give away in this life, no matter how good a person, I find this out, no matter how many altruistic deeds I've done in my life, somebody's going to still hate you. Someone's going to still dislike you. And that's going to be yours to handle, 100% yours. Don't be so introverted about this. Don't carry those things. Try to be a little extroverted. Try to show some happiness and everything. And if all comes down to all, do what Camus would say, hey, when Sisyphus was rolling that boulder up that hill, he had some options in life. And one of the options in life was just try to consider yourself happy. Did you ever try it? Just try to consider yourself happy. No matter what's happened, just try to consider, because that's going to become a positive instinct in your life. No matter what happens, just try to consider yourself happy. And that's a little Camus mixed with a little a Samas mixed with a little meditations. Lesson 4. Lesson 4, focus only on what you control and ignore the rest. You can only control a few things in this thing. You can only control your emotions, your feelings, and your actions. And that's what Marcus Aurelius says. You can control your emotions, your feelings, anything up in your head, your thoughts, and your actions. Otherwise, all this stuff is coming at you and you can't control it. You get that here in Mgtow too. Everybody's going to be doing what they want. You can't control what they're doing. They can't control you, them. I think the quote from Marcus Aurelius was, "The cucumber is bitter, and then throw it out. If the cucumber is bitter, then throw it out. There are brambles in your path. Go around them. You're going to have to make these decisions. That's all you need to know. Nothing more. When you come to these brambles, or what they called, there are just thorny bushes. There's thorny bushes in your path. Just go around it. I mean, focus on what you can. What he's saying is focus on what you can control, and what you can't control. It's out of your control. Take a Camus point of view on that at that point, and say, I'm gonna try to keep myself happy through this thing. And the world is full of absurdities, chaos, and entropy. So I'm going to control only thing what I control. Having all those emotions and everything, it's trigger. It's we hear it all around here. Don't be so triggered. Have a rough. Have a tough skin and everything, and do what you control. There's going to be injustices. Mgtow's experience injustices every day. A matter of fact, it's probably what brought you to Mgtow, because you experience some kind of injustice in this world. And that's why I like to talk about justice. And you experience some kind of injustice, and no matter how you take that, no matter how, you can still do one thing. You can focus on what you can control in this world. I control this 100% around here in this station. I control that. That gives me some relief in life, because there's very few things in my life that I actually control. I don't control my city. I don't control what cars and the jackasses that drive by with their music loud, and then don't put the mufflers on the cars. I can't control the auto industry and how they make cars, and toxic fumes they pump into the air. So when I'm driving my bike around, like I've done this morning already, I have to suck in all that stuff. You're not going to be able to control that, but you can control a few things in your life. I could choose the path which I want to take to the store. I can choose my way in life. I can choose the computer I wanted to. I could choose everything in this area. The smokes I want to smoke, the alcohol I want to drink, the snacks I want to eat. I can control those things. And that goes back to my, this, everything around here reflects me, and it makes me happy. That's what you do as a Mgtow, from the littlest things, from the littlest back scratcher to the arrows I buy and shoot across this room once in a while just for fun. And they're my choice. Nobody else made them for me. It makes me happy. My buddies would come over, or somebody would go, those arrows suck, or they're too expensive, or, you should get better ones. Nah. These are my choice, because I went to Amazon and I picked them out myself. It made me happy. Control what you can control in your life. The rest of the life, I don't know. It's just not going to be it's just not going to work trying to control other people. The next time you feel frustrated or angry or anything like that, you just step back and try to find a path around that. Avoid. That's what's walking away is not walking backwards. It's not walking. It's like, so most of the time it's walking around things. I'm still set. I still want to be a billionaire. I still want these things in life. I still want my kids to be happy. I still want my neighborhoods to like me. These obstacles, you just walk around them. And that's probably the best advice that Marcus Aurelius gave in this whole thing. And at the end of it all, at the end of Stoicism, seek to build your character. Your character is important in this life. And that's always the last lesson I give. Be a man above reproach. Be like Marcus Aurelius. You would say the mind itself has no need except for what it creates, for those things it creates. Your character, if you create bad character in your mind, if you create bad things in your mind, that's what people are going to see of you. We live in a totally materialistic culture that relies on you dressing the way somebody, if from the teenagers and from the things in life, you had to dress a certain way. You know how horrible that was when you were in high school. You had to have the certain gadgets. You had to have this. You had to present yourself. Some of us were poor and had to go to the embarrassment situations of, oh man, I don't know what those Jordache jeans or those certain shoes that you needed to have. Some kids don't have it. Being yourself and being what's in your mind and creating a certain stoicism to this, and that's why they call it the Stoics, is going to help you through this thing. You're happy. You got what you need. If you don't have what you need to get what you need in this life. And that's one of the most important things I always say in this life is I have to get even. I have to get even. Everybody goes, oh, why do you want to get even with people? I say, no, this thing goes both ways. I need to get even financially with certain things. My debts I always get even with, but if someone takes something from me, I have to get even because it just makes me feel like life is worth living if I'm not ruminating about things that have been done with me or things that I've done. Get even in your life with everything, and if you can't, let it go. You can't stop some things. You can have bigger cars, faster houses. You can prove to everybody you're the go-to guy and everything, and you're the greatest slave out there. But that means nothing. It's not going to fulfill anything in your happiness. You could have the greatest car, the greatest woman, the greatest everything. I find all those things. There's entropy, and there's entropy with women too. That's the wall. Once you hit that entropy with women, they hit the wall right around 38 to 40 years old. Then their asses go like this, and their bodies and their mouth never stops going. That's female entropy. So it's just like a car. It's just like a job. It's just like a computer. It's only going to last so many years. Get used to that one. Get used to that one because it happens. The world is entropy, chaos, and absurdity, and we got to get used to those things. All in all, Marcus really has had some great points about how to keep yourself in tune. How to keep yourself all tuned up and in happiness. Have a great character about these things. Smile and consider yourself happy. That's what you can do, and that's what's best for. That's what will be what is best for you, and have some sense of uniqueness in this world. That'll make you happy. Don't follow the sheeples or the crowds just because they're all on fire with something. Because there's always going to be the next Jesus freak or the next the next Mgtow to come around, the next guy that makes sense, and you're gonna be all on fire. Kids, yeah, just do it. Do your thing, and I'll do my thing. And that's what you're gonna get in life, and that's what's gonna make you happy. Today's a pretty good day outside. I got Dougie out there. I woke up and it was actually warm, and it shocked me because I don't think I actually had read that it was gonna get warm. And try to be the best Mgtow you can be. There's always in the back of my mind everything I do and everything I do in life because I have a goal. I'm a goal-oriented person. I took on the Mgtow goal a long time, and I try never forget what Mgtow is and what Mgtow is for, and to spread the happiness of Mgtow around this world. I mean, you're like Santa Claus when you come out, spread a little Mgtow. I'm spreading a little Mgtow. You can do it. You can do it from, behind the scenes, or you can do it quietly, or you can do it. You don't have to be a dick about it. You don't have to be like that one young man that was yelling at the guy in the bar about, don't you know what Mgtow is? And then the guy was like, I have no idea, man. I'm just here to have this drink and lose a little bit of this stress. I think it was a Friday night. Don't be a dick about that stuff. Whatever your special Mgtow is, that's your special Mgtow. And whatever your authenticity in this life, whatever you believe politically, whatever you believe whatever you believe you should look like, whatever you believe is the perfect archetype male or the perfect archetype female. That's your thoughts, and you have every right in the world to believe that, especially if you're right and pretty and handsome and like me. Oh, because I am so sexy. Hello, misanthropic zombie. Uh, I am addicted because of as self-sufficient as possible. Yeah, you can be self-sufficient as possible. That's a big thing in life. I heard this dickhole this week talking about talking about one of my videos, and he was talking about boss. You just tell your boss to suck your, and you just walk out of there, and no matter what you're doing, and that comes from a real position of immaturity, real immaturity. Sometimes you can't deny a job. You have to do this. You can't just walk out on your job and walk back to mommy's house. That's where that immaturity, an immature child would think that way. I'm a Mgtow. I'm just going to walk out in this and F you. Then you're vacant. You don't have a job. You can't practice that kind of stupidity in life. That's a real immature attitude about things. You got to be a little self-sufficient, and you got to be a little careful sometimes as a Mgtow. Try to be happy. You look your workmates and your boss in the eye, and you smile, and you can mumble under your breath all day long. What a dick. But sometimes and most of the time in life, with most people in life, and that's 89% of us, we have to just blend in sometimes, and that blending in is going to be hard. Sometimes you're gonna have to do the creepy smile where your teeth clenched and you're not happy about it, but you're like, oh yeah, that's great. Huh. But try to make yourself happy while you're doing it. Hello, Mgtow. I can never pronounce that one, but hello, MM. We'll call you MM. Hello, Aaron Rubin. And like that, there's always going to be some people that disagree with you politically, philosophically. Uh, that's okay. That's okay. On your deathbed, there's going to be those people that disagree with you too. And there's going to be nothing you could do about it to change them. So while you're doing this thing, do your Mgtow strong and do it happy. And that's all I wanted to talk about today is, yeah, that's it. Just try to, remember life is short, and Mgtow's here to help. And if it's not positive, then it's probably not Mgtow. That's a good saying. I think I just made that up. If it's not positive, it's probably not Mgtow. And that's all I wanted to say. I want to thank each and every person for coming around. Steve, Hoka, rock and roll, and and misanthropic altruist, and let me see. Let's go up the list. Aaron and Suthi was around. Hello, Suthi, and all the guys that came in. The yellow cab 46. Oh yeah, I know who that is. That's the new avatar of. He says it's fucking clown world, and I'm not going to show it. Nuclear Redfield, Nuclear Redfield, and Wookiee Lives Matter. Joey and whoever's in today. If I didn't get around to saying your name, Riff, my friend Riff. Aaron, thanks a lot for coming around. The most important thing in the world you can do is we're all here as Mgtows. We've decided this is what makes us happy in life because we notice something in the world. We can't let people split and divide Mgtow. And the best way to do that is to practice some stoicism by Marcus Aurelius. And if someone doesn't like you and takes after you, just ignore them. And find a way around, because that person's going to be stuck in that stump and that briar bush for a long time, and you'll get to laugh at them as you go around like, yeah, keep stuck in that briar bush. Yeah, I was going to do a Brer Rabbit thing there, but every time I do a Brer Rabbit thing, it comes off as being a little bit being a little bit racist, so I won't say that. But as a Mgtow, man, do yourself. Be authentic. Be your authentic self. Don't worry about it. Be happy and practice a little stoicism and, practice being a better person. Everybody's going to like you more, and that's going to get better results anyways. Being a dick is going to get bad results. But that's all some people know. Don't be a dick. And that's my advice for today. With that, I'm going to let you guys go. And most of all, thanks for coming around, doing your little part in Mgtow. And most of all, thanks a lot for being Mgtow. Mgtow.